Hey guys, it's Carrie, the Invisible Goddess, and today is January 30th, and it's about 6:30 at night. It's Saturday. I usually film podcasts on Sunday, but I already know that I have nothing to show you, so I'm filming today in front of the computer. You can see my little blue screen. But it's important to me to make this full orbit, which means I'm posting every day, which means I have to post something. So I wanted to take the time to talk about what's the proper word? Self-care. Okay, so I usually go into WIPs, and I have no WIPs. Like everything that I had in progress is finished, with the exception of the sock that I stopped working on. That might technically still be a WIP, but I haven't put anything on it, any rounds on it, so I won't show it to you. It's not quite a UFO yet because I know where it is. Just don't want to work on it because it was hurting my hands. My pinky still hurts, so we're gonna avoid those 9-inch circular needles for a little bit. But yeah, self-care. So a lot is going on this week. Between errands and work, I work a full-time job out. Can't even say outside the home. Outside of my crafty business, I work for somebody else full time. Put it that way. And in that job, depending on what's going on, like I have to attend committee meetings. Kitty cat. I have to attend committee meetings outside of normal working hours because I work for doctors, and they are seeing patients during their normal working hours, so we have to be flexible. So I did have, a meeting from, I want to say it was Monday. I ran an errand, and in between when I stopped working and had to start working again, I ran an errand and picked up my glasses. Then from 7 to 10, I was on a conference call. Can you see the little bit of contempt for that? And let's see what I had another errand I think I ran this week, but the majority of why I haven't done anything is I'm stressed. Like I'm exhausted. Let's just put that out there. I'm exhausted. I've talked about it a little bit in the vlog that you might have watched yesterday. My dad, I got a call from my dad's doctor. We were supposed to go for a scheduled appointment on Friday. We didn't go to that appointment on Friday because Thursday, the doctor got the results in from a monitor that my dad was wearing. It's cardiology. And said, yeah, he needs a pacemaker. We're all set up to do the surgery now. Bring him into the hospital. We live real close to the hospital. I live real close to my dad. So I went and picked him up. And I had to drop him off. So I dropped him off at the hospital, but not before I hurt myself, before I even left my own house. So that's part of it too. I don't feel bad like in my head. I mean, aside from anxiety. Physically, I feel bad because I'm limping around because I hurt my calf. So I don't feel like going upstairs. My craft room is upstairs. I'm in the living room right now. Share a little kitty cat. So I don't feel good. So let's talk about self-care. Yes, I committed to doing an orbit, which is posting every single day. But I also committed myself to a weekly podcast. Like I'm the only one that committed myself. I'm not monetized. It's not like I'm making money off of this. But I still wanted to come on today, even though I have nothing to show you, and talk about it's okay to not do things. Like, if you don't feel like it and there's no real negative consequence, don't do it. Take care of yourself. There's no negative consequence, though. Like, the only negative consequence to me not posting this, what we're going to call a podcast, is that I would beat myself up if I didn't do it, because I really do want to post every single day. And I think I have like 4 more videos that are pre-recorded, but I already have them scheduled. I don't want to mess with changing the dates on them, and that would only give me 4 days anyway. So I'm doing it now because I'm about to edit the weekly vlog, which I do have footage of, and it's really just putting it together and taking a little bit out and making a thumbnail. Like, that's easy. But I thought maybe somebody needs to hear this. Take care of yourself first. So for me, that means I can take we're at 6 minutes and 15 seconds now. I can take the time to record myself on a video where I don't intend to edit much of anything. Maybe more pictures of the kitty cat. But don't beat yourself up if you can't do it. All right, so that's my excuses / reasons why I don't have a real podcast for you this week. Something I do see with, it's on the TV right now. That's what I'm looking at over there. Something I do see with some crafty podcasts, they talk about what they're reading or watching, or maybe even listening to. And literally, again, looking at it, I've been super into Quantico lately. Quantico's in Virginia. Excuse me, it's in Virginia. And when I drive south down 95, you see exits for it. So, of course, with watching Quantico, or Quantico, as you call it, if you're from here, I want to be an FBI. I can't even speak. I want to be an FBI agent now that I'm watching this. But I know full well, I'll turn a little so you can see Minnie. I know full well that I'm not really smart enough, and I sure as hell am not in any physical shape to do it. Plus, I'm probably too old. Again, when I injured myself, I was literally just walking down the stairs. I didn't fall. I just put my foot down and felt something go blink in my calf. So anyway, so no works in progress. Today, like I said, 6:30, I've just been sitting around the house, not really doing anything. Didn't cook any food recently, so I ate some frozen stuff, and then after I took my dad home from the hospital yesterday, I made him something for lunch, but he wanted, how do I put this? He wanted takeout spaghetti and meatballs. Because I was asking, when he said, I want spaghetti and meatballs for dinner, I said, okay, well, do you have ground beef? He's like, no, I don't think you understand. I want spaghetti and meatballs from XYZ restaurant. I'm like, oh, okay, let me call them. Anyway, his first choice was closed due to the Rona, so we went with the second choice, and he liked their meatballs. The sauce, not super great, but I myself am horrible. Hi, Mimi. I'm horrible, and I suggested cannolis because they weren't on his radar, but we got them anyway, so I just had a cannoli for dinner. I suppose that's good. I didn't eat it yesterday, and I ate basically one of my meatballs and like a couple forks full of spaghetti. So I basically have dinner still that I might think about later, probably tomorrow. But yeah, if you don't feel like doing something, and I'm talking about the work. Like I didn't have any energy to do any crafty stuff this week for all the reasons that I already listed. Um, so if you don't have energy, you don't want to do something, and there's no real negative consequence except the ones that you set up for yourself, don't do it. Take care of yourself. Don't do it. So yeah, that is this week's podcast, and peace out, homies.